Gather, veterans. It's time to join the fight. The long war begins.
This is The Long War. I'm Rob Bear, and joining me once again are my partners in crime, Kenny Boucher and Wyatt Turk. What's up, guys?
Yo, dog, great to be here.
Yeah, what's up?
Kenny, is there a compilation? Can I sign up for some of this tutorial content you've been putting out?
Yeah, man, just DM me, just slide into my DMs on Insta.
Yeah,
I got you.
How do I get to look like Brooklyn Supreme?
First, you got to take my painting classes. That's a big part of his success.
Step one, got it.
Mm-hmm. You know, Brooklyn Supreme. You know, he's probably my most prestigious student.
that horse was thick with two C's.
The greatest of all horses.
I mean, clearly,
This is like the third or fourth time we brought him up on our podcast. Like, he's just that. He's that legendary.
We need to get like somebody to make like a Warhammer model that's like a Demon Prince, but it's Brooklyn Supreme.
Oh yeah, just
Like,
like
you to paint it just like the most jacked, like Demon Prince with a horse head, like hooves and shit.
maybe I should do some of that tutorial content for my Boxer stuffs.
yeah. You should, or you should do like a North Carolina man line of content.
Do you think people would want to see like how I roll into the Circle K and
Yeah,
my gluten-free
I think they like
experience?
to see the comparisons. I have so much more to farm at the Circle K. I haven't even take you guys to the bathrooms yet.
Dang.
Please don't.
Oh man.
Isn't it
I
illegal
might
to
just
film in
have to.
bathrooms?
Say what?
Isn't it illegal to film in bathrooms?
If there's somebody else in there, maybe.
I mean,
No, I think it's literally illegal to take film in a public bathroom, even if you're alone.
we'll find out. We'll see what Instagram says about it.
Yikes. Yeah, I might show you some of that gluten-free content. Do you do the sip and save yet?
I haven't even gotten to that side of the store. I'm still working the right side when I walk in.
Just sign up at the register. Get you on the
But
sip and save.
that's on the left side.
Oh, okay.
I haven't even messed with the stuff over there yet.
How do you pay?
Well, at the register. What I'm saying is, like, it wouldn't matter if I sip and save. The access to the product is not in the part of the store.
Oh yeah, that's like the seltzer. You're over here to the pre-made.
Yeah, I'm still
Oh, I
working.
get it.
I'm still working through my content. You know.
Right. I get it.
So we've got some news from Rob. We did an after hour segment. He took us on a journey. Cali
Boys
Cup.
versus girls.
Yeah, that's right. Cali Cup next week. I'll be off the grid. So we'll probably be doing a pre-record with a special guest. And
True.
I'll be taking my Florida man antics on the road. Back in Southern California for a couple days. Meet up with Demecki. He said he'll get me some of those. What are those cold waters that we like?
Oh, cut water?
Cold water. Yeah.
What? Water.
Those are not water. Those are booze.
Yeah. Really? Well, I mean, there's water's in the name though.
Yeah. Why would they put water in it?
Okay.
He says he's got my back. He's like, you've been drinking all this natty ice and Smirnoff ice,
Packing
bro.
some Mai Tai. That's what he likes, the Mai Tais.
Yeah, he does. So I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, let's get this show going, even though it's a relatively slow news week, I think, for a lot.
I think it's going to be like that for a while.
It's gonna be like that for a while. So let's just make up content right now by rolling out to the Cave of Wonders and touching nothing but the lamp.
Would you rather all toilets can talk and are either very into it or really want you to stop?
Okay, so all toilets can talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
It only happens to you. Magically, it applies to all toilets all the time. It's very loud, and other people can hear it going on.
It only applies to you, but other people can hear it.
Like if you're in a public bathroom, like they're all gonna hear this toilets.
Either down with what you're doing or not.
But it's gonna be
Oh,
it's gonna be aggressive though. It's gonna be
like really into it.
yeah, like
Or they're like really not into it.
like it's gonna sound really bad either way to anyone who's observing the sound.
This is interesting.
So right at the gate, I am not using the bathroom in public anymore.
Are you going to record it?
That's definitely gonna get me banned. Talking toilet, saying the things that I'm certain it's gonna say. Ugh. So it's gonna change my life forever. So now it's really about how I choose to manage this for my own mental health. I think I have to go with these really into it, or I'm going to develop a problem with going to the bathroom.
Develop like a trauma, taking a poop.
Like, yeah, I'm just gonna have to get in as into it as the toilet is.
Oh yeah,
That's kind
it's
of
a whole new world of possibility, dude.
I think that's kind of like my only path. What happens if I'm camping and I pee on a tree? Is the tree a toilet?
No, it's toilets.
Just the toilets?
Yeah.
If I decide to just go off the grid and not have a toilet, am I gaming it? He's muted, by the way.
If you're going off the grid specifically to get out of this, then Shadow Realm, butt spiders.
Okay.
Butt spiders.
But if I was just one day was like, I'm gonna go off and homestead on my own, and it's unrelated to toilets.
At that point, anything that you would mentally think of as a toilet would become a toilet.
Solid.
That might be worse. I'll think of a lot of things as toilets. Most bowls are toilets. The hobo sink is a toilet. Sinks are toilets. Fuck. Yeah. No, yep. My toilets are really into it. How about you, Rob?
No, I want the opposite. Yep.
There's a lot about Rob.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. He's got like a power fantasy. Like,
Rob's into he needs some kinky stuff.
No, I just, I think it was just
oh, somebody in chat just figured out some gangster shit. What if I pee in the ocean? Like if you go into the scenario where anything you think
If
of
it's
is a
like
toilet?
one time.
No. Let's say you go into the scenario where anything you think of as a toilet is a toilet. You go into the ocean and you're just like peeing in it, and the whole world can hear it.
Yeah.
You broke the planet.
true.
It'd create new religions. That's good. PB. Well, quick and dirty. Would you rather?
Oh, you would like that one.
I do. I like anything that
That was
has to
a good
do
one.
with pooping. So, speaking of pooping, Rob, news?
Give us the straight poop.
The straight poops. Okay, well, there are 20 new releases from Games Workshop this week.
Right.
Wow. Basically all of the new Cities of Sigmar stuff. That badass cool looking dragon, unfortunately it's paywalled behind two other dragons. But to be honest, that dragon box was only 110 and it's 170 for this dragon box. So
Get a little discount.
I don't feel like that's a bad deal, but you gotta get the other dragons, the Storm Drake Guard or whatever they're called.
Well, isn't he like his new thing is he's like the leader of a new what do they call him? Like a new army?
Chamber of Militant, I think.
No,
Is that it?
it's not a detachment, but a battalion, or what are they? Like so they released the Troll King, right? And you can run like a special army with the Troll King and
like
just
the
trolls.
Regiments of Renown.
Yeah. Isn't his thing that he's the new leader of a regiment where
Yeah.
it's just dragon riders.
Well, yeah, and they can be his bodyguard or something.
Well, yeah, it seems like a good deal.
Oh no,
You have to start somewhere, right?
basically the rules support the box, which is kind of cool. It actually seems pretty well thought out from start to beginning, which is good to see. Be quite honest with you. And then you got the big beetle for Sylvaneth 2 that also comes with the other new releases that have come out for the Sylvaneth in the past 2 years. No, since last summer. So that isn't a bad box either for 160. It's a little bit smaller of a model. But I ain't mad at it either, you know. So there's some good and bads. The Lioness of the Parch, which is that really dope ass Cities of Sigmar model. It's on a mana core basically.
Yeah, super cool.
Super cool looking. Now it is 150. So now we're going back and forth on this meter of value, right? So
it's a huge model. It's a ton of
huge
pieces. It looks fucking dope. I don't care.
Agreed. All of those things. But then when you start looking at some of the value of this other stuff and the fact that a Mega Gargant is 200, you're like, you know, the needle just like keeps going back and forth. Like it's doesn't know which way is north at this point. So I don't know. You know, it almost seems like some of this stuff was going to be more spaced out than it is. And this is the world we live in now. So all bets are pretty much up. My cat's yelling at me and I don't know where she is. Anyways, so there's that. I'm not going to go through the individual prices because again, there's like 50 of them, actually 20. But that's kind of where we're at on all that. Now, probably some of the releases that people want to talk about is we saw previews for Battle Forces, which
yes,
was
those up.
The earliest that we have ever seen previews for Battle Forces from Games
Some of them
Workshop.
look really cool.
So yeah, value wise, they all seem to have, assuming they're priced at $230, which is what the increase was in February. The 40K ones all seem to have about $100 of value. The Sigmar ones get a little wonky. If they are $230, they're going to have anywhere from low 70s to 100 as well in value. Which ones are your favorites?
I'm looking at them again. I always look at Battle Forces from the eye of like somebody who wants to start these armies, or like if you've just started and you may not have all this stuff, it's a good way to supplement all that stuff. I don't really look at them like if I look at the World Eaters one, right? Like I already have Angron.
Yeah.
I already have a bunch of Zerkers. I already have 8-pound. Like this is not for me. I'm not the target of this box. But if you want to get into World Eaters, fantastic box because it gets you all the good stuff. The Tyranid one, I'm not exactly sure. I feel like most Tyranid players already have like everything but the Nord Emissary. But if you're starting Tyranids, it gets you kind of all the stuff you might need.
Yeah, I think the Tyranids and the Space Marine ones pair well both with the combat patrols and the Leviathan box. And I think that's what they're going for. Like if you buy all of those, then you have a varied collection of models. Same with if you start looking at, you know, the World Eaters one to the combat patrol, it pairs up well. The same with the Votann one, which by the way,
that's a good point. That's a good point.
Sagatarums or whatever the little tank is for Votann have only come back into stock once in the past year.
Yeah.
Like
people buy them.
Votann players are thirsty for some of those tanks right now. So look out for that. Like there's going to be folks that are going to be splitting those up just so veteran Votann players can get those daggone tanks.
This Space Marines box I think is pretty okay. Like got the new character, got 3 units of the new Assault Marines, got some Outriders, got an ATV. Like this is pretty okay.
But it pairs well when compared to the previous Battle Forces and also the Combat Patrol, which is basically Leviathan box too.
I almost feel like they should have done up this in a different chapter. Because like I don't see a lot of like for me personally, like I look at this, I'm like, I don't need this because the Ultramarines, I would never have like 15 assault intercessories, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That kind of thing. But if you advertise this as maybe like White Scars or Blood Angels or Space Wolves or something like that, that is going to appeal more to those players because like that's the type of play that they enjoy. They want the fast, strike hard, melee focused units. I can also tell that this is like the same squad photoshopped 3 times and not they actually 15. I don't think they painted 15 Ultramarine of these guys. But it's fine box, right? Honestly, I think the best one, the best value by far is the Astra Militarum one.
I think it breaks down to the same. We did the breakdown on it. I think it's still around the same $95.
I'm just saying. Okay, so let me rephrase. So I'm really hyped on Imperial Guard. I've never, I have only had Imperial Guard one time, and it was like almost 10 years ago at this point. And so I'm like really excited to put together this new Imperial Guard army and like get into that play style because it's different than what I've been doing for the past 5 years. So if you are at all enticed by joining the Imperial Guard, getting all the tanks, getting all the troopers, all that kind of stuff, this battle force is fantastic because double Rogel Dorn army lists are very good. They're going to continue to be very good, probably for the foreseeable future. And you get like all the stuff that you might want, right? Like you get all the brand new troopers, get the new command squad, tight new models. I can't tell. The guys in the back are still troopers, right? Those aren't the new Kasserkin.
You get 2. Yeah, you get 2 the shock troops and 1 command squad.
Yeah. I mean, perfect. Like the army that I'm running right now only has 2 infantry units, and it comes with a command squad, and it's got the Lord Horseman. I forget his name. I just call him
Leonidas.
Yeah, that guy.
Be whatever.
That's the only infantry I have. Like everything else is tanks, and I have 2 Rogel Dorns. I'm like, if I hadn't already started this army, like collecting the models, this is like perfect for me, right? And if you want to get into Imperial Guard, I think this is a perfect place to start.
So assuming a $230 price tag, we're looking at $115 value on this one. So that's
like
pretty
savings
good.
Or total. Okay. Yeah. That's
so really $345 US, assuming it's $230 profit.
That's half off, right?
Yeah, basically. And the rest of them are about, let's see, the spearheads or the Space Marine one's 100. The Tyranid one is 100. The World Eaters one is 125 value. The Beast Nagas is 95, but remember they never offered Beast Nagas in any besides the Army box didn't even have Beast Nagas in it.
It did.
Did it?
When they released all the new Orc models with the new Orc Codex, the Army box. Oh yeah,
it was Beast Naga Army box because it had the Death Core art. Yeah,
I remember now. All Beast Nagas.
Right.
So that's what I was going to say is like maybe like if you were like a holdout and you haven't picked up the Beast Naga stuff yet, this is probably a good deal.
Oh yeah, it had the Squig Riders and the Squig Boys. Yep.
At this point, this is only good for like new players because every Orc player has already bought the Beast Naga stuff twice over.
Yep. Yep, that's true. So yeah, I think overall, it's interesting to see that there's 6 40K as opposed to 4 Sigmar. So we went back to 10 total, which was what we saw 2 years ago. And the Sigmar ones are very varied on value, but I think overall, those are also good because it's same deal. It's newer stuff. People are going to want it.
Well, I mean, we've had years where they don't even do battle forces. Right. Or it'll be
not recently.
And it's the same battle force they did the past 2-3 years, right? Nothing new. So for the first time in a long time, there's 6 40K battle forces, and they're every one of them basically brand new models. Like the oldest model, I think, is what the ATV and the Outriders.
Yes.
Everything else is pretty much brand new.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it. I think they're going to sell. Now, here's the thing I think we all need to look out for. This is the earliest we've ever seen them previewed by Games Workshop. And GW is notorious for putting their big 40K releases, we saw it with Space Marines, out at the first of the month. So if we see Battle Forces go on pre-order the 1st of November, that's a pretty big tell that things are not okay in GW land, which we're going to talk about here in a second. Traditionally, they go on pre-order the first week or the second week of December and come out mid-December. That's been the tradition over the past 3 or 4 years. But I don't know. I think we're going to see Legion Imperialis be the big Black Friday release. I think they're just really jammed up on what they're trying to get out. They've already pushed back Sigmar to the Old World to 2024, and there is a lot more releases in between to still come out. So who knows what's going on? And there's some stuff we're going to talk about here in a minute, but I wanted to get through some other things here. So Joy Toy put out a couple new releases this week, some new Sisters of Battle and Space Marine Vanguard veterans. No word on the Dread Knight model, unfortunately, for Grey Knights that was supposed to come out in October. I don't think it's happening.
I got my dude in the mail.
Which dude? What'd you get?
My Victrix guard. I forgot to unbox them for show and tell.
Oh, they're cool.
But I ordered a Victrix guard and I got him.
Did you get Bobby G?
Oh, no.
No?
He's just too big. I can't justify it. He's too big.
He's just too big. Guys, he's too big.
Okay, so you know that I don't collect things to sit on shelves. I don't like that. Like I don't particularly like my 40K models like sit in cabinets. I want to have stuff like out where I can see it, and I want to play with my 40K armies. That's why I sell stuff if I know I'm never going to use it anymore. And I have my 3 Joy Toy guys like right here up on the monitor risers of my painting desk.
So you can look at them.
Yeah, I want to like interact with them, like that kind of thing. Bobby G is just too fucking big, man. Like he would literally just have to sit in a display case the entire time. So I can't justify it.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Fair enough. All right. Well,
but also, I mean, and this is a lot because this motherfucker buys every Ultramarine special thing ever.
Yeah.
So
I have 5 Marnius Calgar minis, dude. I have 3 Gilliman minis.
but they're gangsters, so I get it.
Yeah. And they're like in his box, packed away, ready to go to a tournament to be played with.
Man, I just spent way too much time painting up paint bottles.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you nerd.
Yeah, but now I know exactly what they're going to look like.
I love it. Look, I'm not judging that. I think that's really fucking smart.
I think
it's cool.
I think in the long run, it was worth it.
Oh, you know what I can talk about? I don't mean to detract from people who like paint racks or people who make paint racks or whatever, but like I got to be honest, like the best like utility purchase I have made in a super long time is these little plastic totes from IKEA. I just have like 4 of these end to end because like Kenny, when I'm painting, I kind of live in my 3-foot world. And so I need to have everything like laid out in front of me. And I don't like the contrivance of pulling something out of a rack
and putting it back.
Whereas like I can grab this gold, put a little bit and like toss it back in the tote. And it's like, it's all good. It's still like right there. And they're each like $2 a pop.
I have to do that, but they have to be covered because cat hair.
Oh, I just don't want my cats in my office, dude. That's the cheat code.
Yeah, that's not Rob's life. He's the cat daddy.
Yeah, we can't do that here. There will be nonviolent protests.
I'm more of like a cat uncle because they can stay the fuck out.
Spite. They call that a spite shit.
Yep. And then the whole like.
I think my cats just like aren't as smart as your cats. They're just too dumb to be petty.
Dude,
yeah.
These cats think outside the box.
They poop outside the box.
That's you. That's you. Sometimes it's not just poop. Anyways, I did want to talk about Monument Hobbies dropped some teasers over on their Instagram. Do you got the picture, Kenny? Can you put the picture up for those watching live?
Oh, yeah.
There was a model showcasing what looks to be a new go bag.
Neat.
A Havsy go bag. What do you think that's about?
What do I think? What?
What do you think it's about? It's a Havsy go bag. It's pretty obvious.
What do you mean a Havsy?
It's a Havsy.
Like a must have or a half?
They have the big go bag, and this is a Havsy.
A halfy.
A halfy.
There you go.
A halfy.
Okay.
It's like a 6-inch, whereas the current one's a foot long.
Party size.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I got this picture that you sent. Is this directly from their Instagram page?
Yes.
It's fucking awesome.
I mean, it is. It is what it is.
I love it. It's just like full on over the top. You see the fan blowing on her face to make her hair wave, like in the foreground. Like I love this.
It was a full shoot. Like she was working that bag in that shoot in that video. You got to go see it. Go to Monument Hobbies. Hilarious. Oh wait, is they tagged her? That is like, it looks like it's a legit model. I just noticed that.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Hilarious.
So let's go. So the video's already out?
Yeah, it's on their Instagram right now.
Oh my God. It's so funny. Yeah. So, I mean, I love
I think it was
their marketing style
RuPaul, music.
Their marketing style is on point. Like big shout out to Monument Hobbies.
Love it. And then I got this in the mail.
Neat.
It says,
"Wait,
the future is looking bright."
What do you mean in the mail? Like someone mailed that shit to you?
Yeah, like it's like a postcard, but it's bright. There's 6 letters in this word, and they're all fluorescent colors. It's almost like there's a line of fluorescence, 6 different key fluorescent colors coming out from Monument Hobby soon.
Cool.
You heard it here first, or you probably got one of these too in the mail, but either way. I felt like we should mention it. Eldritch Hobbies put out a statement today that they purchased the IP of Blood and Skulls Industries. Blood and Skulls Industries, some of you might remember, they make really cool resin cast upgrades for all sorts of different things, and some standalone minis too. Actually, Blood and Skulls Industries just put out their final release, I guess is what it's going to be. It's a squatty land train.
Cool.
Squatty land? Is that? Wait.
What?
What do you mean?
It's a land train.
What the hell is a land train? Like, are all trains on the land?
Well, it's like a train but with tires.
A trackless train would be a more accurate statement.
Well, hey man, this is GW. They made this shit up. I'm just saying what it is.
Oh, did you come up with did you turn the phrase land train?
Nah, GW did. It was an epic.
All trains are on the land, dude. That's a stupid description.
It doesn't have to have a track.
Yeah, trackless train would be
Hey man, you preaching to the choir here.
Or a car.
or semi, because it's kind of like
a tractor trailer.
Yeah. But anyways,
stupid.
They brought it back. Their version of it looks fresh. You can get it. They're up on auction right now till November 5th over at Blood and Skulls Industries eBay auction page. I don't know if Eldritch is going to sell it, but right now it's for sale by them. So that's definitely worth checking out if that is your jam. Now, let's talk about some wild shit. We got the goods right here. I got some stickers. Kenny's got some images of them. Got some stickers that came off some GW boxes.
Oh wait,
those listening, they are My Little Pony stickers. Rob is really excited about them.
Oh, we've actually done this bit before. Where Rob holds the stickers up. So he's holding. We're doing this for the people driving home. So it's a sticker it's a long rectangle. It's torn about a third the way through. There's a barcode on it, and it's yellow. Yeah. Now you guys understand the picture that I'm apparently gonna Show a close up. Oh, there's a close up of this.
Yeah, I did a close up of it.
So let me pull this up.
So, the people watching live can see this, but the front of the sticker, it's yellow. It says Horus Heresy Legion Astartes Battle Group with the GW global code on here, the 99 number. And I was like, huh, that's weird. It's a yellow sticker. And then I look close at it. I looked close at it and I was like, huh. Well, there's clearly something behind it because you could see a UPC behind it. And I was like, I wonder what that is. So I obviously tore it because I'm all thumbs when it comes to this sort of delicate procedure. And on the back, because you have to read it in reverse, there's another Games Workshop global code, 99 number, that is normally what you would see on a case pack box. Now, this says that it is Astartes Praetor with Powder Sword with a UPC, and it says it's for a single. This is a barcode for a single game, quantity 4. So apparently, in this ginormous box, there's only 4 of these Praetorian with Power Sword. So, related story, their Praetorian with Power Sword has been delayed by Games Workshop. They don't know when it's coming out. So if I had to guess, what happened is that all of these boxes full of the Horus Heresy, the new, what is this, battle group, have been sitting in a warehouse labeled as the Praetorian model. Ginormously big. There's no way there was only 4 Praetorian models in these stupid boxes, these case boxes. And at some point, somebody figured out what was happening, and then it was already too late to, correct it and figure it all out.
Like they lost them? Like how this happened?
Bro, I don't know. Because I believe this was previewed at Warhammer Fest.
When was that?
Heresy box.
Like when was that again?
May.
So
let me double check.
So someone stacked them up in a warehouse and they vanished?
No.
Where did you get this? Where did you get this sticker, Rob?
Doesn't matter. I have the sticker. That's all that matters.
Truck.
Oh my
the
god!
Back of a truck.
Forget about it.
Is this Dumpster Wars related?
It's always Dumpster Wars related.
It's always Dumpster Wars related.
So all the Horus Heresy stuff being sent to the dump because nobody's buying it.
Who would have seen that coming?
Wow, I feel so vindicated. Dog shit game that nobody plays getting sent to the dump. Oh, no way.
I don't know if that's the case either. I think there's a lot of
Yeah, Rob, it's a bit. I'm being hyperbolic. Obviously, people play Horus Heresy.
Obviously,
probably more than
some people like it.
Definitely more than Titanicus.
Yeah, we know. Like you guys meet up at like the 6 of you, go to the help group.
Do you guys get your Titanicus models from Dumpster Wars?
Oh man, I don't know where you get Titanicus models from anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, this was Warhammer Fest. So this happened in May. They previewed this box. So what if? Just what if?
Oh, is this a what if? Okay, I'm listening.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. What if? It kind of seems pretty long, like May to basically.
That's like a year, basically.
To me, it's a year.
Mathematically, that's a fucking year.
I don't think that's factual. So what if these have been just sitting in the warehouse for like 3 months, and everybody thought that they were those Praetorian models, but in actuality, they're like the full-on little army box, right? And at some point, somebody realized that, and they're like, guys. And that's when these stickers got put on that they had to get fixed, these case boxes. I don't know. I can't say for sure. I'm not GW, but we've seen a lot of mistakes lately coming out of there. We've seen a lot of delays. We've seen a lot of things happening. Maybe. But I guess the important thing is that they figured it out. They corrected it. And now the stuff's out there. And if you play Horus Heresy and not Adeptus Titanicus, you can get your battle group now.
If you play Heresy instead of Titanicus, get fucked.
Yeah.
Somebody in chat is saying Zenwu is like, you ever get the feeling that GW suffered a large brain drain, like they've lost lots of their staff who actually did this stuff?
Rob broke that like months ago.
Yeah, I know that is most certainly an issue.
Zenwu, that is actually what has happened.
Retailers I've talked to close to the source, like 1-to-1 removed from folks in Nottingham.
Yeah, there's a talent there's a talent loss. Like they're dried up. And that doesn't mean like artistic talent. That just mean like talented manager, talented logistics operations, like
just staff that understands what the product is.
Credentialed individuals. Like
you need somebody competent because Games Workshop global logistics is a nightmare.
Oh,
that's a hard fucking job. Talk to some of our other friends like Cody and stuff and like advise on that kind of shit.
Yeah.
That's like I've overheard him having like meetings and stuff and heard him like driving that point home. Like I'm like, he's like how important that is to like evaluation. And it's like, so a company who puts out a job application that seems to utterly prioritize like corporate dogma or company dogma over credentials, or at least equally, like it's as important seemingly based on how their job applications look like. Rob is always fond of putting up the postings and stuff. It seems at least as important to GW that you are like indoctrinated into the hypeness that is them. And I'm not even using that word correct. I don't even mean like indoctrination. Like you need to like be all in. Like you can't just be some guy who's like a logistics manager who's a fucking smooth operator and roll into GW. Like
you have to be a GW zone.
I'm not even saying maybe they're even overselling that. What I'm saying is they wouldn't hire that guy if he also wasn't hype on GW in some capacity. If he rolls in and they're like, yo, so what's your favorite like IP? And he's like, I literally don't have any idea what the fuck you're talking about. I'm a global logistics operator and I do my job well. The product IP is not what I look at. I track numbers, sales, region. Like I don't care about Space Marines, dog. Like I'm here to make money for you. They'd be like, nah, sorry, thanks for wasting your, like, they'd get a different guy. Mm-hmm. A guy who was like, I love fucking Space Wolves, who has less experience.
Yep.
That's what I mean. It seems that fucking way on these postings and stuff.
Actually going through the process to get hired by GW and actually going to one of their hiring meetings. And I wasn't even serious about I was shocked how far I got in the process. Like I literally,
oh my God.
I had
Rob is like undercover, like, all these like undercover boss, undercover X. Like, what is this undercover? What, like, what is Rob showing up and going through the interview process with GW? What is that the undercover of? Is that just going undercover?
I think it's gaslighting. I don't know.
I think that's just stock undercover.
They just let me walk around. Like,
oh my God.
I'm looking at that had shit hung up that I should not be looking at. And I was just like, mental snapshot. Just like, y'all are dumb. All right, cool. Your CEO can't even spell business. All right, cool. Moving on.
Nobody can spell business. Don't hold that against it. It's impossible at business.
If
license.
You have an MBA,
you have to send that out in your head because the way I remember it is it's busyness.
It is busyness.
See, there's a D in it. It's bitness.
No, it's not.
I'm just saying, if you literally, your degree has the word business in it, you should probably know how the fuck to spell it.
I will concede that point.
Just saying. That's like me misspelling engineering.
Have you ever tried spelling maintenance?
I don't know. Nobody can spell
God, you got me on that one. Shit.
I was in maintenance for Phil Longford, admittedly mostly concrete specialist. That's what they brought me in for. But I was there for a solid year. Could not spell maintenance. So the whole, like, it's my job, I should know if I can spell it, still.
I don't understand.
So let the court, my evidence entered into.
I can spell maintain, cannot spell maintenance.
No, maintenance is impossible to spell.
Yeah, that's what autocorrect's for.
Try spelling. Yeah, you got it. You understand what I'm saying. So like I'm saying is like, okay, business Busyness, I think I can get that. Maintenance, okay. If he had an MBA in maintenance, that's one thing. But it's not. It's not what he has. I concede your point as long as you acknowledge maintenance is a possible spell.
We all can't spell, have difficulty with certain words, and that's definitely a hot button word. I feel like
it's top tier. It's top tier frustration.
Yeah, for sure. So
I'm so bad at spelling maintenance that spell check can't figure out what I'm spelling.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
You know what I mean? Like where I'm like suggestion box. It's just like we don't fucking know what you're trying to spell, dude.
Nah. I'd like to buy a vowel. You like the spell check's trying to buy a vowel. Yeah. So yeah, it's wild out there. But I think the big tell will be what the big pre-order is this weekend. The big teaser pre-order from Games Workshop. If it is Battle Forces, Rob Bear, my opinion is that GW had as shitty of October as a lot of businesses had that were positioned poorly in the space and just in retail in general. But I think they kind of accounted for it by this whole 2-week thing. But you can make the argument that the 2-week thing is because their logistics is so poor that they don't know a small box, $35 Praetor, or I guess it's a Forge-World model. So I guess it's what, $45 all of a sudden for one figure, from a $200 army box that comes forward to the same case pack. That might be a tell in and of itself. But again, there's no way to know for sure. We just have to look at the evidence and make our own assumptions.
Bro, get out of here, Zeno. He's over here trying to teach me how to spell maintenance. Can't be done.
You guys want to talk about some army list rundowns?
Yeah, let's get a quick word from our sponsors real quick, and then let's talk about Warhammer 40K stuff.
For the best game aids and peripheral tools for wargaming, check out our friend J15Games.com. From wound counters and dials to faction rule trackers, these are the coolest tools out there. Designed to be functional and intuitive, these tools help you stay organized and speed up your game. Their flagship product, the Nesting, Movement, and Combat tool, is absolutely amazing. A magnetized measuring widget that splits into 3 different size tools for every situation. And you can get it in 8 different colors. J15 also offers custom ordered dice trays made from hardwood and leather. Check them out at j15games.com. That's j15games.com.
BaronofDice.com, the official dice sponsor of the Long War podcast. Use promo code LONGWAR5 for 5% off. If you're looking for a superior dice manufacturer, then look no further than Baron of Dice. Custom artwork, faction representation, and crisp razor edge square dice. Remember to use promo code LONGWAR5. Again, that's BaronofDice.com, the official dice sponsor of this podcast. And we're back. Rob, I wasn't paying attention this week. About a week and a couple days ago, Season 2 Diablo 4 dropped.
Oh, okay.
So I did that a lot and haven't been keeping up with things. Kind of back to your original point of how 10th edition wasn't positioned correctly for interests. Because, it was either I was going to play Street Fighter 6 or fucking Diablo, right?
Basically, June was wild.
And Blizzard's been just like, hey, Season 0. Hey, Season 1. Hey, Season 2. Since then. Hot fix. Patch. Hot fix. New content. Patch. For my $60 investment.
That seems way better than... you know what? I wanted to touch on this, but I discovered another interesting trend from a lot of retailers this week. And this feeds into what you just said. Guess what? The highest selling, according to the retailers I personally polled, which could be 1 or could be 100. Who the fuck knows? I'm just making up numbers. Guess what the highest or the most popular item in Warhammer 40K sales-wise is right now?
Right.
Codex books.
Cool.
Everybody is buying Codex books, or the hot, but mostly Codex books, or the hot item for the army, like Bio Wars right now. for Tyranids. The Norn emissary.
So the behavior is that they're buying the thing that's getting them the most entertainment for the minimum amount of cost right now.
Right, because everybody, I mean, let's face it, the Marine release was kinda, you can get by with some of the models you have already.
Yeah.
So people are like, yo, but I need that book because I gotta unlock the code, or just to get the rules because I like the books. That's fine.
Yeah. The tracks.
Same with Tyranids.
So let's transition into
$60 investment.
Speaking of Tyranids, how'd they do this week in Warhammer 40K?
Not the best.
Not great. I mean, there's a couple of podiums, but that's it.
So they won Tampa.
That wasn't this week.
No, I'm saying before, like they won Tampa. Lennon won it, right? And that's the only big. That's only.
I thought that was Sisters.
Oh, was that Sisters?
Yeah.
What did
Tyranids.
What did Tyranids win?
They didn't win anything this week that I'm
No, I mean like a couple weeks ago. Wasn't there another Tampa like the not the GW one, the one before that?
Man, I can't remember that long ago.
Don't they do a Florida one like a man?
I don't know.
So NIDS are just not stacking up on the podium right now.
I mean, not this week, but there's always next week.
There is next week, yeah. That's how time works. It's inexorable. And it's advanced.
So Eldar and Chaos Space Marines actually tied for most total placings this week.
Yeah, a lot of CSM top. Eldari is still doing well, but it seems like it's always like the same couple of countries in Europe where they're still just like crushing it out.
Mm-hmm.
Orcs still doing well. Space Marines still doing well. The Sleeper AdMech one tournament.
How about Tau? Where's Tau at? Remember, Tau was coming up.
A couple of podiums. That's about it. There wasn't any Tau at SoCal Open in the top 10. That was let's see, pull it. Arthur 2. One of our XPZ guys won SoCal Open with his CSM. He's just been crushing it lately. CSM in second place. Doesn't say. Let me open the attachment. This guy says White Scars. I'm betting it's the new
detachment.
No, it's just Gladius Task Force. Ruben Zhao. Hope I'm saying that right. With his White Scars in third place. Alex Spathopoulos, one of our XPZ guys, he's been running this really cool Dark Angels list. He got fourth place, SoCal. And Mike McIntyre with Blood Angels in fifth place.
Hey, good old Arthur, man. That's been one of my. I see him every time I went to Next Gen Games and Comics to play.
He's on a hot streak.
Yeah, he's always been on a hot streak. He will always. He's been a Chaos fanboy for a long time, and he was making Chaos do gangster shit when Chaos wasn't gangster. Like, and he's always been a fan of rhinos. Does he have rhinos in his list?
That is a good question.
Curious, because like he was like doing all sorts of wild shit back in the day.
I can open this thing. Keeps wanting to pull up the.
He was doing wacky shit when
there was 3 rhinos.
My man bringing his rhinos.
Nurgle. All three were Nurgle.
Nice. So he's doing some shenanigans with that. Nurgle's good for that. Love it. Yeah. What's his list composition?
And he did the Noise Marine Obliterator thing with the different marks.
What's that?
Took 2 squads of Noise Marines. Just 1 squad of Oblits, undivided.
Yeah, 1 squad. What, 2-man squad? That's their back squad size now, right?
No, I think you can have 4.
Is it 2 and 4 now, or
this unit has 4?
So they can go 1, 2, or they can go 2 is a minimum. Okay, so that makes sense. So he had a blitz that fucked down with the market divider for 4 reroll.
Yeah, it's like all infantry. It's like all infantry and rhinos.
But is it a lot of chosen? Like, is it chosen and rhinos?
Yeah.
Those gotta be chosen or They slap.
Yeah.
Chosen and Rhino. What's the HQ game looking like?
Chaos Lord.
Multiple Chaos Lords? Huh?
He's got Chaos Lord. He's got 2 Dark Communes.
What's the game plan with a Dark Commune?
I have no idea.
Okay, I'll look it up while you're telling us.
And he's got a Master Possession. That's his 4 HQs.
Master Possession. He's got some stuff. He's I always look at him. I'm like, yeah, he's very conditional, but like, so how many cultists?
Let's see, 2 cultists and then 2 accursed cultist squads, or is it just 1? Thought I saw him. Oh wait, no, sorry. It's 2. Yeah. It's 2 of each. Yeah, 2 cultists, 2 accursed cultists, 2 chosen, noise marines, obliterators, nurglings.
Yes. So this dude can throw it up 5. He can put 5 up on vulnerables when leading a unit that contains a cult demigod model, the Dark Commune, and once per battle in the command phase, if the unit contains a cult demigod model, it can use this ability. If it does, until the end of the turn, this unit can declare a charge in a turn in which it advanced. And each time a model in this unit makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll, 1 to the wound roll. So solid unit buffs. Yeah, no, that's tight. Man, Arthur, what a gangster.
Holding it down.
He's always doing it, man. Like, I'm happy to hear that. He's probably going to be at Cali Cup next week.
Oh, for sure.
Who do you think is going to win Cali Cup?
I mean, I'm biased because I want our guys to win, but like, I put money on Arthur. I put money on Alex. I put money on one of our guys like Logan Heath or Chase Chapel.
The tracks. I'm definitely cheering for Arthur. That's chaos through and through, man. That chaos runs in that man's veins. Fuck yeah. Dark Commune. He said it had 2 of them, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah, dude. And how big were the cultist units?
They're like the normal size.
And he had a curse cultist too, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. This tracks. It's fucking awesome. So it just gets all over the table, entrenches you, uses things like the Marco Nurgle to stop a couple of the shots going from here to here, gets the Blitz engaged, fucks down whatever he wants, and then continues scoring objectives. Yeah, and then obviously Chosen fuck real hard, so like he can repel a lot of threats with them. And they're in rhinos that you possibly can't shoot at the one you really want to shoot at.
Yeah.
Because Marco Nurgle. Solid.
Yep. So we'll see what shakes out next week.
So
sure, it'll be something different.
So Chaos at the top is at the top of the pack right now, is what it's looking like this week.
Yeah.
Chaos and Eldar still neck and neck, I think.
Eldar still at the top.
Actually, I don't think Eldar is the top overall since the bout. It's Chaos now.
It's Chaos now, but Eldar still trailing, just trailing slightly behind. It's a big shift. And obviously, other players in the game since last week have been rising up in success and maintaining some degree of success over the last 7 days. Hell yeah. It's a good state of the game.
Yep.
Well,
we did it. Mission accomplished.
We did it. Let's shut this one down so we get to playing Memories of Morior.
Return to Moria?
Return to Moria and sing some dwarven mining songs together.
You're gonna download it after the podcast, play with us?
Let's fucking go.
Get that mithril, dog.
I'm gonna get
I'm
gonna get all the gems.
Dude, there's so many gems.
Oh my god, shiny things. All right, well, Wyatt, you want to take us out here?
Rob?
So that's it for exclusive content, early access videos, and more. Head on over to thelongwar.net and become a veteran of the Long War today.